Building TNT cannons can be a little hard to get into. Many cannons aren't that documented on YouTube, so people don't really know how to get better. So today, we're gonna go over 10 tips to building TNT cannons. By the way, some of this list came from TNT Wars player Pikachu 1P, so thank you for contributing to this video. Now on to the tips. Number 1, have your hotbar set up in a consistent way. When you put all the cannon building blocks into your hotbar, it's more important than just getting them. It's getting used to their layout. Fumbling over their layout just slows down building and learning because you have to keep taking the time to switch to the right item or get it from the inventory. I also highly recommend having blocks you're going to use in tandem with each other close together. For example, this is the layout that I'm used to. As you can see, dispensers, redstone, and redstone torches are all close together, so it's easy to switch around. It doesn't have to be perfect, you can get used to an imperfect layout, but as long as you get used to it, you should be fine. If you're in creative, there's a way to make it easier for yourself too. All you need to do is just go over to the inventory, the section called saved hotbars, and you could just save a whole bunch of hotbar layouts. And you can see I have all my TNT cannon supplies that I need, and I could switch between them super easily. So I highly recommend doing that. Number 2, make sure your TNT isn't going to fall onto something. Now this is one I used to see quite often, not so much anymore, but when you are building your cannon, make sure the dispensers aren't placed like this. If you don't see the problem with this when you're building the cannon, it's gonna blow up. This is because when TNT is lit, a random horizontal velocity is applied to it. And because of this, there's always a chance that the TNT is just going to slightly move onto the block, and that's just gonna ruin everything. To prevent this, you just need to account for it by giving it either a gap in between the front and the back, or you could place something blocking the TNT from moving in the direction. You could use ladders, slabs, fences, and some other blocks of smaller collisions. Number 3, learn the blast radius. A TNT blast is able to apply knockback about 7 blocks away. And by the time it gets that far, usually the knockback is also very weak. If you're building a carpet cannon, don't go crazy and extend it like 9 blocks away, because that's going to blow up. The TNT in the back would not be able to blast the TNT in the front at all because the blast radius isn't big enough. Also, make sure you're able to draw a line in between the source of the blast and the TNT that it's going to be blasting. Extending a shotgun cannon like this would blow up because the TNT blast in the back has a really hard time reaching the TNT in the front, which is why it's not going to propel it that much. Number 4, learn different cannons. Knowing one cannon really well is good and all, but it's even better if you learn different cannons because it helps you learn different ways you're able to diversify your TNT cannons. If you see a lot of TNT cannons, like a lot of different ways to do things, you're going to realize that there's so many ways to build the same thing, some more efficient ways, maybe some different ways to go about things, and you may even design something new. Number 5, dispensers can spawn TNT inside of blocks. Look at this cannon. Let's say I want to make it fire further. What do? Well, I could place a bunch of dispensers here, but it's really slow to place them. Now, unless you're in Bedrock, sorry Bedrock players, placing a dispenser here is actually fine to do. The TNT spawned on it, it's just gonna fall straight through it into the water. You could do this with just regular blocks as well. It's a really nice way to compact your cannons without having to extend them in a bunch of different directions. Just make sure that the TNT is able to fall through the block and not land on top of another block. That would still blow your cannon up. Number 6, practice. Look, I know this is the most overused advice of all time, but it's true. Even though it would really help, practice doesn't even really need to be you actively going into creative world and just building the same thing over and over and over again. As long as you're building cannons at all, let's say like in TNT Wars, you're just messing around with designs, you will start to notice yourself passively getting better, faster, and more adept. So don't worry if you're not fast or good right now. You'll get there before you know it. Number 7, learn ways to simplify. This ties back to the previous 3 hints actually. The more practice you get, the more you learn different things and play with them, you're going to start noticing ways to simplify that you didn't see before. For example, many people started building redstone clocks like this, basic repeater design. Then usually people move on to comparators. Then you learn you could use redstone torches like this. Then after learning so many things, you might see that you could also place your redstone clock in here. And so on, all these little tiny optimizations. Try and get familiar with them, try and play around with it. Just see what is the most efficient way to simplify your cannon. Number 8, modify previously known cannon designs. So, you know all the designs. That's good, but something that could really help you is knowing how to change those designs. Now here's an example. I have a carpet cannon over here, but I want to hit this guy in the corner. Am I really just going to destroy the entire thing and build the corner carpet design I know, like to a T? No. Try and change what you're already working with. See, by making these small little changes to my cannon, now it can function as a corner cannon too. By doing this with your cannon, you're going to start to see new ways to adapt your cannons to the correct situations. Number 9, Minecraft is jank. So, this one is a bit more technical. Due to the way that Minecraft Redstone works, there can be a small inconsistencies with dispensers, with redstone dust. It's called redstone locationality if you're interested. Like this, where one of them isn't firing, but now this one is firing. You may need to make cannons in a more complicated way just to make everything work consistently. There are also cannon designs that don't really have this problem at all. You're only really going to encounter the problem when it has like stacks of dispensers and you have redstone dust over them. But assess your values first. Does every piece of TNT matter in this situation? Is it going to make the biggest difference? If you're building in survival, it probably is going to make a difference because those are valuable resources. But in a TNT Wars minigame, probably not. In creative, it depends. If you're just building some fun casual things, then it doesn't really matter. But as soon as things start to get more technical, the more you're going to have to worry about it. If you have a really complex cannon, you're probably going to want everything to work consistently 100% of the time. Number 10, always make world backups. So you might have noticed I've been using one world for this video, and it's just completely destroyed by now. And when you're building cannons, your worlds are obviously going to be prone to this like 24/7. So you want to make some backups of your world so you can get them back. You know, ironically, I didn't actually make a backup of the one I was using for this video, but look at all the other backups that I have for worlds that I'm going to use. All you need is one world and a bunch of different backups for it, and that way you shouldn't have to rebuild anything over and over and over again. It just gets in the way. And that is it. Hope some of these tips help you when building TNT cannons. Make sure you subscribe and like the video for more TNT cannon content, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.